and let's have a look at all of the parts going on this motorcycle. Have a look at this. 131. These are disgusting. One hell of a powerful bike. Love the accent of that engine. So these are your two settlements. Spoiler, fairing kit. You know, you gotta have OCD, you gotta be a bit.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
All aboard!
Well, it's a beautiful day here in Sydney, as you can see. Look at the sky, absolutely stunning. I'm just back down here at Fraser's Northern Beaches, Harley-Davidson. I've been away, as you guys know. I shot up to the Surfers Paradise, the beautiful Gold Coast here in Australia, with the kids last week, and had a bit of a rest time over Easter with the kids. So we're back here now to check out the bike. We're going to run over a couple of things in this video. We want to see how the progress is coming along. The bike's due to be picked up in around about 3 days' time. So we're going to check out how the progress is going with the bike. That's the first thing, and then when I get back home, we're going to run over exactly how I went about building this particular Harley-Davidson, and hopefully you guys might get some tips out of this to make it a little bit easier for your build, help you out, help the dealership out. Let's have a look at the process behind it all. So, but in the meantime, let's go and check out how this build on this ST Road Glide's going along. So I'm just here, I've seen the bike, it's unbelievable. We're gonna have a chat to Pat, who's the master tech who's come over to do this build. Really exciting. But first, before we talk to Pat, let's do the important stuff. We're gonna crank the bike over. Pat, light it up. That's a good start. All right, we're gonna do a take two now. Just a battery issue. Well, I'm here with Patrick. Patrick's master tech with Fraser's and bouncing around. He's here. They brought him specially over to Northern Beach. Is that right? To do the build on this bike?
Let's finish this especially for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's lucky, man. I'm very lucky. And then you're back to Concord tomorrow.
Yeah, back to Concord tomorrow.
Nice.
When everything's done.
Now listen, you were saying to me you got a interesting history, man. You've been around for a while. Tell us about where you've been.
I've been with Harley-Davidson now for 10 years. Traveled a little bit, gone through the UAE, spent my last 2 years in Tasmania, and now I'm in Sydney. So that's all good.
There you go. So true master tech and a technician all the way through?
Technician all the way through for 10 years.
Wow. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the bike. Let's have a look at what Pat's done, his magic with this bike. We're going to check it out because we're picking it up in a couple of days, but we can at least see what has been added. So as you saw, the back end, all the lighting's done, the exhaust, we've got all the Empire kit on. The 131 motor, we've got our grips on, we've got our mirrors on, there's the heated grips. The sound system, let's have a look over here. We've got the rock Fosgate systems in there, amps tucked away in the box. It's all nice there. Come around the front, there's my little Dominion cover over there. I just love this, look at that. Stage 4. How exciting! Man, this is so exciting. All right, look at those lights. Look at those lights. Whoa. Yeah, that's nice, see? Visibility is king, safety is king. Oh, we got to check out the front too. Let's look at the front. We did the front bezels as well. Look at that. Woo. Yeah, it's coming together, it's coming together. But we're just going to test, we're going to set the rider sag with this Wilbur suspension. Got to sit on it, do an adjustment, so let's get on that. Happy? Yep. Perfect. There you go. Rider sag was perfect. 20mm rider sag was actually spot on. Well, the countdown's on. A couple of days. Pat's going to finish this bike up, and we're going to stop bugging him now, let him get back to work, and I'll see you back in the man cave. We're going to talk about how we did the build, how it comes together, how we can make life easier for your Harley dealer and you. And we're going to talk about that real soon. Hey guys, well, we're back now in the man cave, and CVO Road Glide has now officially been sold. There you go. New owner, Jeff, congratulations. Very, very excited for you, mate. And you've bought yourself an absolutely beautiful, beautiful machine. And the bike is jumping state lines again. It's going down to Victoria, and that's where it's going to spend its days. And so very, very excited. Congratulations, Jeff, on the purchase. And the bike will be in the man cave for about the next 2 days, and then the transport will pick it up and take it safely and securely down to him for its home and its new garaging. So very, very excited for Jeff there. Awesome. Now, awesome look as well at the build on the Road Glide ST. Very, very exciting. I was absolutely pumped. Very, very lucky to be in the hands of Patrick, the master mechanic there for Fraser Motorcycles, Northern Beaches and Concord. So thanks very much, Pat, for all your hard work on that motorcycle, and so excited to see it all come together like I did today. So really, really pumped. As I film this, I'm actually looking to be picking up the bike hopefully tomorrow. That's the plan. Weather's not supposed to be great, but hey, what's new? If it's going to be pouring rain, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to. There's a thing about picking bikes up in the rain. It ain't going to happen. So we'll see how we go. With any luck, hopefully we'll get some sun going on. So I wanted to talk very quickly about the build, and also the best way, to go about doing a build that's worked for me. I mean, understand that this is also, personal. Each person has their own way of doing things, but I originally found it years ago quite daunting when they would, hand you a 900-page encyclopedia of all the Harley-Davidson parts to choose through and try and piece all these sorts of things together. It is much easier, obviously, today. Going to Harley-Davidson.com, and you can also check out all the parts and part numbers on their websites, which makes life so much easier. The main thing that you've got to do is in the top right hand corner of your browser, your IP address will be tagged as to the country that you're in. So obviously I'm in Australia, so when I go to Harley-Davidson.com, it will say Australia in the top right corner. I've got to manually change that to the United States, because for some reason the United States site is the only one that we can search parts on. A little bit frustrating, but that's just a little trick there. So once you've changed that to the United States, you can now go ahead and search for various part numbers. I understand the part numbers with Harley-Davidson, you may or may not know this, are universal worldwide, so they're not done by country, they're done by part, by the brand. And so anything that you're buying for the bike that is branded Harley-Davidson will be a universal part number, so it doesn't matter that you're on the US site. So that's nice and easy there. So what I did was, obviously I sort of had a picture in mind as to what I wanted the bike to look like, what I wanted the project to be. For me, it was a blacked out Road Glide. So then I started looking at the sort of styles of finishes that I wanted, and you know, I just wanted to have a look at the various collections that Harley-Davidson had. I've had a lot of them. The Empire collection, as you guys know, was one that grabbed me. We ran over that in the parts videos. So I went through and I had a look at all the parts for Empire that would match the Road Glide ST or fit the Road Glide ST. Beauty about their website is you can select the bike that you're doing the build on, and then it will tailor all of the parts that are linked to your particular motorcycle. So obviously, if it's not going to fit, it won't come out, you know, on the website. It won't come up in your search, which is great. That makes life a bit easier as well. So that was pretty much it. Once I formulated all of that, I actually opened a separate document and started to build that and sectioned it off. So I had it sectioned from the music for the, you know, Rockford Fosgate music system. So in my case with the Road Glide, it was the fairing speakers, the saddle speakers, the amp, everything that was required for the Rockford Fosgate music upgrade. You know, then I looked at the engine and talked about what I wanted to do in respect to the motor upgrades. So that included the pipes, obviously the 131 kit, and any other sort of tweaks. I got the blacked out engine bolts. So you know, things like the siren, I put that as part of the engine. So build that list, and so we had the sound, we had the engine, then we had the other bits, you know, that were related to the body and all other sort of parts, from, you know, your foot pegs to your highway pegs to your lighting. So I categorized it all, and once I built it all, I had all the part numbers there, and then that made me very, very organized to be able to go and have a meeting with the Harley dealer. And obviously at that time, you know, it makes the meeting so much more productive, and it's a lot easier, you know, for the dealer and for yourself. You're on the same page. They can help you run through the parts you've chosen, maybe give you some you know, opinion on their thought. They're doing this every day, so worth listening to. You know, and then how easy is that? Then you can just work off that parts list. They're going to create their own once that order goes through, but then you've also got that working list, so you can see where you're up to. In my case, you know, because of COVID, we've got delays with parts, we've got out of stock with parts, we've got a bunch of different stuff happening. So I was able to go and source some of those parts myself. So we had a rolling list that I would email him every day or every second day. Thanks, Tom, for your patience with respect of that. But that would sort of update him on parts that I was able to get and secure, and then put them all together, put them in a box, very organized, or a couple of boxes, and drop them down to the dealer. So that was all the stuff supplied by myself, and then the rest of it was all supplied by the dealer. So it's just about taking a very organized approach, and then, you know, the guys, once all the parts are in and locked and loaded, they can work out what is required in order to the mechanic onto it and the tech onto it to commence your build, and away you go from there. So hope that makes it a little bit easier for you guys, and if you've got any questions, please reach out, drop me some comments. Happy to answer and help out where I can, very, very exciting. So let's check out the bike when we go back and pick it up. Catch you soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Sometimes all those eyes want you